All right, traders, welcome on back here for our afternoon meeting this Wednesday, rather. I apologize. This Wednesday, October 14th, shortly after 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, folks. Let's get a quick sound check just to begin. Hopefully, you guys could all hear me loud and clear. Losing track of my days already this week. Great to see June, Donnie, Abdallah, who had just joined us live. I saw Norman, Kathleen, Chuck. Great to see you all, loud and clear from all. Perfect. So without further ado, folks, I want to hop right into it. Kind of like Monday, we have class on the horizon, finishing things up for the Phase 1 stock course. Phase 1, Lesson 4, we'll be talking all about journaling. Journaling your trades, why it's so important to keep a log, how to do it, and really how to best study from those mistakes that we may make. So for right now, NEO, it's on the screen right now. I'd be remiss to not begin this meeting by talking about NEO. So the news out on NEO this morning in pre-market, it was an upgrade by JP Morgan. We ended up seeing like a price target of upwards of like $40, I think. Ended up making a huge pop shortly after the open. I mean, not all of these work out as well as NEO here, guys. So, this was like a great gift to us. Beautiful trend breaking all-time highs. You would hope to see a stock that breaks all-time highs just make as pretty of a move, but, not all of them do right away, if at all. So here with NEO, shortly after the open, it broke above resistance that we had off of 24. The rest was history. So, it's up just about over 2.5 points. It's on the way up towards 27 still. The high of the day is at 26.96, whereas the markets have been dropping off. NEO has been just really holding strong throughout this afternoon. So for the close, no problem just putting NEO back on our list. It's obviously going to be a focus of ours at this point. Alrighty, so with that, really what we'll just do, guys, is go from top to bottom. I mean, I'd normally go through a few stocks just right from the morning list, anything that really be focused on, kind of like NEO. But again, we have class kind of just right ahead, so I want to just go right ahead from top to bottom here. Let's see. NEO's freezing me up, actually, for a quick sec. I felt like a little lag time right there as I was clicking number one, the MDRR stock. Nice push from earlier this morning. It's trading 125 million shares already. Wow. So I haven't checked in on the stock since the drop off. Ran up early, got halted a couple of times, once on the way up, once on the way down. We all know that story with seeing a stock that gets halted on the way down. Very rarely does it make another move back up. So at this point, probably going to continue. This one's interesting. KXIN. I'm happy I kind of just ran here to begin. So hopefully there's more left to this run. You could already see, though, this stock got halted a couple of times already. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, a 5th time here, 6. Man, this thing's just nonstop. So the last thing that you want to do is get stuck in a halt when it's on the way down. I mean, both ways, either way, especially for a stock that's already halted 6 times over. So I'll tell you, I mean, it looks interesting. It's up big. It could be like cool to watch. But I'm telling you, the dump off is going to be a lot worse compared to any run up. So I'll put it on the watch list, but just be really careful on this trade. KXIN. I've never traded the stock before in the 6 years I've been here. So just goes to show that, I mean, this could really be like a quick one-timer pump and dump here, and then we'll see what happens at least. Maybe we'll see what happens right now. It's already pulling back from 150 since I looked at it. 35,000 share order on the bid at 131. All right. It's on our list for right now, but we'll check back in with this just at the end. I want to see where it's at, just so we're all clear. REPL, interesting trade on the way up right now. 3.6 million shares total across the day. It's got a huge spread, though. So, of course, that's going to be my gripe on a trade like this. Is it breaking all-time highs as well? Kind of like NEO? Yeah, looks like it. All right, so at least that would explain it. I mean, when a stock is moving up this much, this well, you're going to see the liquidity spread out more. I mean, hey, even checking back with NEO, hopefully it doesn't freeze me up. Back when NEO was a $4 or $5 stock, we were seeing, 20, 30, 50,000 share orders at every cent level. So, NEO right now still trades great liquidity, but it's thinned out a little bit since it was like a $4, $5, $6 stock. So, just going back to that, REPL, same thing to be said. Right now here, though, it's trading a lot compared to its average. All right, I'll put it on our list again. We got a couple high flyers here so far, a couple of really volatile trades. I'd rather see another Neo out there, another stock that has a lot, more volume on the book to cut through. It's MDRX from this morning. All right, so let me actually just check back on this trade. This was, rightfully so on our watch list. It was up big. Figure, might pull back a little bit after the open. It did. I didn't really focus on this as much after 9:30 myself. So it looks like it continued to make lower lows down towards 1057, pushed back up a bit. Seems pretty flat. But so long as the stock is shortable and so long as the liquidity checks out on level 3 right there on the right hand side, this could be an interesting trade to watch. Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday, next week perhaps. We'll see. Maybe to keep it in mind, like side list. All right, IDXG. I thought this was going to be a pump and dump after the market opened up. It ended up doing pretty good. I mean, nice pop. I mean, much better pop than I thought it was going to make. Not just in terms of the range, but in terms of how long it lasted. We were able to see this hold support nicely off 4, moved up to break above resistance from 450. So from there, it was a fantastic trade. But, just like we preach in class, and much like I'll continue to preach coming up in this class ahead today, our best entries to buy a stock are not going against the trend. They're going with the trend, going with as a stock is breaking through a big level on the way up. So, it just leads me to say here, fantastic timing. Here, where you're expecting it to be support, not as much, right? You would hope for it to be support, but it cut right through the 450 level, held underneath it after, and continued to tank. So, this IDXG now is making the real dump off that I thought it was going to make much earlier. Vox, not doing it for me here. I saw some chat on the CHCI. Saw that actually in the Benzinga Pro chat board. Pretty low volume, low float, I'd imagine. This will be interesting. Float, yeah, 2.18 million share float. That's really low by all standards. So, listen, it's moving up, but you see even on the daily chart, we talked about this in Traders Talk 2 weeks ago. How to best identify a pump and dump. I mean, the daily chart alone speaks for itself. Oh, I didn't mean to click this. The HUSM. It's moving up a little bit. MTC, I meant to click this. Nice pop from the early afternoon. I called it out at the time. Dumped off, though, and not really doing a whole lot here. All right, back to Neo. Obviously, Neo on our list. And ETE, rightfully so, is going to be on our list. Net is a pump and dump too, but for right now, it's still building up a nice trend. It held support roughly from around 780, broke above 8, broke above high of the day, off of 850, it seems like, and from there pushing up higher. Heading into the afternoon, you could already see some green coming in around the 9 level, more so over the 9 level. So some buying coming in over that price. Look for this to re-break over 9. Look to see if this could hold over 9 or for some volume to be on the bid from there. And again, hopefully that holds over 9. If this pops over 9 and we happen to see an order on the bid get filled right there, and it dumps back down, it's going to be a total dump off. So you hope that actually hasn't already happened here. You can see the green over 9 on the time and sales, but it's under 9. It's holding under 9 already here. So be a little careful on this trade at this point. But if it can make that next pop, hopefully it can run higher. So the net trade definitely we'll put on our list here. Now from the chat board here in the Cyber Group trading room, I see Norman making a few chats. He's saying NNDM popping. That was a few minutes ago, actually. So great call from Norman at the time. And yeah, kind of building a sloppy Fausto flag, perhaps. Looks like it kind of popped from one early here on the 5-minute chart. It looks like it popped from one, and then on the 1-minute chart, kind of building like some consolidation. Maybe you'll see if this could break above high of the day here off 358. All right. So yeah, great call from Norman, and rightfully so. We'll put this on our list too. Don't get the ends mixed up. NNDM, NETE, NIO. It's me a tongue twister there. It's like Fausto's worst nightmare, I feel like. It's probably my worst nightmare, too. Kathleen, KXIN, she picked up 24 cents during this meeting. Very nice job, Kath. She got in from 145. Let's take a look. Yeah, still pushing up even higher here. All right, so KXIN, I mean, again, we were going to check back with it at the end of the meeting. Still pushing up for right now. Kathleen, very timely exit either way. All right, good. On the OCX, wow. So talk about a complete dump off. And I'll be honest, this kind of went not totally the opposite way that I thought it was going to go. Thankfully, I didn't jump in this trade as a long. I did jump in long from 2 and I got out, but from there, once I got out, I never got back in. I was considering the entry around the 174 price I had for my chart. I was calling that out from the audio broadcast inside our trading room earlier this morning. But from there, no real buying opportunity. It just kind of fizzled out, died off. For a stock that moved up super early in pre-market here, we talk about this too. The drop-off wasn't really too surprising for me to see a stock up as much as this was, and well, it was shortable. It crapped out the other way. Great opportunity. At this point right now, not as much. So, this will be a stock to probably keep on your side list, on your radar, similar to the MDRX from earlier. All right, whoops, my scanner refreshed. New IPO XPEV. I think this is an EV stock. I think literally in the name. Nice push back up to 22. More prints coming in over 22 this time, at least. So at least for right now, XPEV very well in play. The order book's going to thin out on this. It was pretty good from the last week or so. I remember, the spread was a little wonky here and there, 1 cent here, 5 cent there, but it was more filled in than what you're seeing right now. So right now, hey, 7,300 share order on the bid popped in at 22. Maybe this is the push. So XPEV, I was going to get to this either way. Another EV stock, I believe, much like NEO. We'll put this right on our list. Looking good. So with the market dropping off, looks like we have a few stocks going against the grain, holding their own, doing pretty well. Who says you can't make money in a down market, perhaps, right? Solo, another EV stock. It says it's the company name. Nice push up after the open. Looks like this one fizzled out, though. It would be interesting to see if it holds here and pops heading into the final 30 minutes. Again, it could be one I put on the list. I'll see if there's anything looking better, though, first. This one has great liquidity. Nice level 1 or 2 stock, though. IOVA. This rings the bell. Was it from 2019 or was it from here, this sharp drop off? I remember we traded the stock. It was from a little while back, so maybe it was the big gap up that we had back in 2019. Nonetheless, though, I mean, kind of a familiar name, pushing up a little bit here towards the highs. Again, kind of in the same boat. See if there's anything looking better. Maybe more active, steadier trend, or not steadier trend, but more liquidity on the book even here. Maybe even cheaper. Who knows? Just kind of pick and choose right now. KNDI, familiar name, pushed up earlier today, dumped back down though. All right, we'll hop over to the losers list, folks. I was looking forward to talking about CYCN here, actually. So, with CYCN, this was down big in pre-market. It was shortable. So, actually, whereas we would hope to see a dead cat bounce of some variety to see the shorts cover and for this to make some partial gap fill. Even a fractional gap fill I'd take. But nonetheless, it just fizzled out, dived off here. It was shortable, so it could have been a great opportunity on the way down. Looks like it's a better opportunity here on the way down heading into the afternoon, though. So for right now, CYCN, I'll definitely put on our list. But I will say I was calling this out just before as a dead cat bounce opportunity inside the trading room. I noticed big volume getting filled right off the 350 here. This was a little bit afterwards, so it was kind of under 350. I was just flipping through. It was just kind of slow at the time. And I noticed the spike. It was holding under 350. I made the call out, hey, I have a stop limit order to buy over 350 right here. Just held. So I was ready to see this make the pop, the squeeze up, to see the shorts potentially cover. Just kept dropping off. So it just goes to show why we can't look to buy underneath resistance, underneath a level here. Only dived off for another, 25 cents more. So, hey, heading into the afternoon, extremely active stock, nice steady trend, great volume on the book. It's down big. So if we end up seeing some short covering and this does squeeze up, which we're starting to see a lot more volume coming in here around 328. Here we go. This might even be the beginning of it. Just keep an eye out for 330, 328 to see higher lows build here on the chart. But, CYCN looking really, really good. All right, cool. All right, current time 2:44. Let's just kind of brush through here fast. Whereas I would say a lot of crap hard to borrow here to begin the losers list. There really isn't. I mean, CYCN shortable, NAV is shortable. It is moving back up a little bit for right now. Yeah, I mean, NAV looks interesting. ENZ. Nah. Whoops. Skipped over this one. LQDA. Ooh, and it is down big. Look at the 5-minute chart. This looks pretty interesting on the way down, right? Similar to the CYCN trade. It's only down 15%, though. So that means there might be more room to see this run down, perhaps. Who knows? Dropping off, breaking below the low here back from September, roughly off 420-ish, or 415. Looks like huge volume here back from the end of 2019. Low back from December 16th, 317. So a little ways to go there. It's interesting. The only thing I will say, though, I mean, and this is where I'm kind of selling myself out from putting this on the list. The volume traded per minute is so poor. The 5-minute chart looks like a steady trend. The liquidity on the book looks like, pretty good. Cheap stock, shortable, dropping off steadily. But it's only trading like 1,000, 2,000 shares per minute. It's like, So honestly, I hate to say it. For as good as it looks, I'm selling myself out from putting this on the list. All right. What else do we have here, guys? If there's anything else that looks good. Billy, familiar name. BILI here. Good liquidity. A little pricey, but, and it kind of looks flat on the 5-minute, but it is, pulling back down a little further for right now. I don't mind adding this, Billy. This will kind of be near the bottom of our list for right now, but make the cut. All right, guys, listen, from YouTube, from Facebook Live, for all of us here inside the chat board, obviously. Guys, let me know if there's anything else. Some chat here on the KXIN trade. Norman saying it's halted. So let's just check back with that. Uh-oh. I already saw on the 5-minute chart. Just saw it right here. It's on the way down. Now, for the times it did get halted on the way down, well, much like we always say, and it proves to be true, there's a bigger gap down from where it reopens on a down halt compared to an up halt. And with that, I mean, oftentimes when we see a stock get halted on the way down, that's typically the end of the entire run. So to see this continue up, well, with this halted on the way down here, I don't know. I don't think it looks too good. So we will keep this on our watch list. Exactly that. It's on our watch list. Doesn't mean it's going to be on our trade list. Doesn't mean we're going to definitively jump in this trade the second this reopens up. This might even be the end of the run. So, I hope nobody's stuck in on this halt right now. Just got to be careful, guys. So, got halted at 2:44.49 seconds. So it'll probably reopen up 5 minutes from then. All right. Let's see. So that makes Kathleen's exit even that much better. So MDRR from RJF here in the chat board. Possible short to 350. Yeah, I can see it. If that's what you're looking for. I mean, if you're in the trade already from a higher price, then hey, you're doing pretty good. I think with lower highs, we're probably going to see it pull back to that 350 level. It's up 215%, trading 126 million shares today. So, it's already pumped and dumped and made a lower high already. I would just expect it to either A, flatten out, or B, just continue to dump. From Norman here as well. Chatty Norman. I love it, though. Good call outs from you. AIHS moving, penny stock. I love how he says penny stock, too, though. So it's not, and I just, he knows this as well. So I'm just mentioning for anyone watching on the streams here. This is not technically a penny stock. It's listed on the NASDAQ. Norman's calling it a penny stock because it's below $1. So that's why he said that, and rightfully so. I mean, we normally don't trade stocks priced below $1, but this is getting a lot of love here. A lot of volume coming in. Nice push from 65 up to 75 already. Leads you to ask already at this point, when's it going to dump off? Looks like it also popped kind of from a Fausto flag there too just recently. So, you know what? Good call, Norman. I like this. We normally don't put these stocks on our list, but we'll give this some love. What is this? Senmiao Technology. I can't even pronounce the name. I have no idea why this is pushing up. All I can see is a really good range from the daily chart, dropped off from 5 down to just pennies over the last year. So, it still has a lot of room to run back up. Looks good. All right, AYRO from Donnie here, looking pretty good too. I like this one. I think this is an EV-related stock as well, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But yeah, good call. Up 14+% also. I don't know if I skipped over this, Donnie. or maybe just at the time it just looked bad, so I just kind of glanced over and moved on. But yeah, great fun. Man, we got a big list here. Actually, a maxed out list for 812. All right, folks. So I think that just about does it. Current time is 2:50 Eastern time, so we have about 15 minutes until class for all of us inside the trading room. At least I'll look to post and tweet the picks. I'll look to post the link shortly thereafter for class. And for all of us tuning in on social media, guys, keep in mind if you guys would like to make sure that you like, subscribe, notify right on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/cybertradingu. Today is Wednesday. By the end of this week, I will make a special announcement for all of us tuning in on social media. All right, guys, take care.